Street website and Mad Money on CNBC are two of Jim Crammer's most well-known projects. Jim Crammer, 67, is an American TV personality, writer, author, and former hedge fund manager. To safeguard themselves against the ongoing recession, Cramer, a never-quiet stock expert and financial wizard, advises investors to select defensive companies. Luckily for you, Fortune Fastlane, for today's video, we will be talking about the net worth of none other than Jim Crammer. Remember that while the first step is completing any of this amazing information, the second and possibly more important step is taking action, even if it's an imperfect action. Here's a closer look at Jim Crammer, where his money has come from, and why the American people find him to be both a celebrated and contentious figure. According to one of our mentors, Jim Crammer has a $150 million net worth. That includes money he's made since leaving the hedge fund Cramer Berkowitz in 2001 to pursue a full-time career as a prominent book, media personality, and CNBC contributor, as well as money he had made while managing the hedge fund. Confessions of a Street Addict, Jim Crammer's Real Money, Sane Investing in an Insane World, Jim Crammer's Mad Money, Watch TV, Get Rich, and Jim Crammer's Get Rich Carefully are all books written by Cramer. He receives a $5 million yearly pay for his employment at CNBC. He currently makes between $30,000 to $50,000 every lecture, and also makes money from his publications. He earned a compounded rate of return of 24% during a 14-year period, while heading his hedge fund, Cramer and Berkowitz, which has an excellent return that outperformed the S&P 500 during the same time. Cramer and Martin Peretz, the former proprietor of the New Republic, co-founded the financial website The Street in 1996. Except for The Street, GE, and Comcast, Cramer is prohibited from owning any equities under the terms of his current contract with CNBC. In 2019, he traded TheStreet.com for $16.5 million to the Maven. Jim Crammer's history. Jim was admitted to the New York bar but never actually practiced law. Jim began his career in finance at Goldman Sachs before quitting to start Cramer.co. From 1987 through 2001, Cramer oversaw the hedge fund, which had $450 million in assets under management at that time. Cramer noted that his net wealth was already in the $50 million to $100 million level by 2005, and that his fund would yield an average of 24%. At the height of the dot-com bubble, his website TheStreet.com went public. After its IPO, the company would be valued at $1.7 billion. Cramer's ownership stake in the business was valued at $225 million at this time. Cramer's net worth, however, plummeted when the dot-com bubble burst along with the decline in value of his company stock. His current ownership position in the business is valued about $15 million. Eventually, he was hired to commentate on CNBC programming in the late 1990s and early 2000s. In 2002, he was offered the show Kudlow and Cramer.
Don't you dare miss it!
Then in 2005, he debuted his current program, Mad Money with Jim Crammer. This program airs on CNBC. Over the course of his lengthy career, Jim Crammer has experienced various stages. In fact, as a little boy, the future millionaire earned his first dollar by selling ice cream at neighboring Philadelphia Phillies games. Louis and Ken welcomed James Joseph Cramer into the world on February 10, 1955, in Windmore, Pennsylvania. When he was still in elementary school, he developed his first interest in the financial market. After serving as the Harvard's Crimson's editor-in-chief, he graduated from Harvard University in 1977 and started a career in journalism, working at the Tallahassee Democrat and the Los Angeles Herald-Examiner. Prior to going back to Harvard for law school, Cramer assisted Steve Brill in founding the magazine American Lawyer. He chose to follow his passion in the stock market after graduating and moved to New York to work for Goldman Sachs. Cramer wrote on stocks for the New Republic while employed by Goldman. Then he established CramerBerkowitz.co, his hedge fund. Despite his considerable success, he made the decision to stop actively trading in 2001 and returned to journalism and analysis full-time. He eventually found a home at CNBC, where the 2005 debut of his program, Mad Money, launched his career. He currently co-anchors the morning program Squawk on the Street. Jim Crammer's work habits and personal qualities. Jim says his work ethic has contributed to his success. He claimed that although he had trained to become a lawyer, the more he learned, the more he liked money. Jim claims that he enjoys discussing the markets and that his love for finance makes his work simple. Jim Crammer Disputations. Controversies have also surrounded Jim Crammer during his career. He was charged with market manipulation in 1995 after writing about many smaller businesses in which he owned stock. He made nearly $2 million in profit in less than a month when the companies experienced significant increases, which prompted the magazine that published Cramer's writings to change to its conflict of interest guidelines for its editors and writers. Then, in response to a viewer's query on the state of investment firm Bear Stearns in March 2008, Cramer said, No. There are no issues with Bear Stearns. They are more likely to be taken over if anything. Don't transfer your funds away from Bear. Despite the company trading at over $60 per share just a week earlier, it turned out to be one of the worst Wall Street predictions in history. A stock fell 92% by March 14 and ended up being sold to JP Morgan for $2 per share. The video ended up on The Daily Show, where host Jon Stewart mocked Cramer and other financial experts despite Cramer's claims that he was talking about brokerage accounts rather than common stock.
I believe in the Bear franchise. You know what? It's 69 bucks. I'm not giving up on this thing.
While Cramer wasn't giving up on Bear at 69, 11 days later, the stock market was more comfortable with it at 2.
Furthermore, Cramer's stock-picking acumen has come under intense scrutiny. According to a 2007 Barron's article, investors who had followed Cramer's advice had only made a 12% profit over the previous 2 years, versus a 16% increase for the S&P 500. The current track record of Cramer is not much better. According to a MarketWatch article from 2016, his Action Alerts Plus portfolio has consistently underperformed the S&P 500 since its creation in 2001, and the situation has gotten worse since 2011, when the portfolio lost 11% while the S&P maintained its level. The New York Times and the Wall Street Journal published half-page ads on Monday comparing Cramer's remarks to some of the most notorious sayings from the 20th century, including Neville Chamberlain's well-known declaration that I believe it is peace for our time, and after ceding Czechoslovakia to Adolf Hitler's Germany. Putting sarcasm aside, investment advisors and industry experts have expressed concern about Cramer's potential influence on small investors. According to one of our mentors, he kind of puts himself forth as a defender of retail investors, but had they listened to him on the Bear Stearns call, they would have lost a lot of money. When most people are unqualified to invest in that way, he empowers people to feel competent about purchasing and selling particular stocks. One of our mentors claims that Cramer's show may tempt novice investors to make a lot of transactions, when it would actually be better for them to put their money away in mutual funds and keep them for a while. Marriages and personal properties. Cramer was married to Karen Backfish, a former investment trader, from 1988 to 2009. They have 2 daughters together. In 2015, he wed Lisa Cadet Detweiler, a restaurant owner and realtor. His principal abode is still in Summit, New Jersey, close to New York City, as he now works for enjoyment rather than financial gain. However, in 2021, he purchased a home in Quakertown in his home state, Pennsylvania, where he now spends holidays and special events. He also owns properties in Kogu, Long Island, and a 65-acre farm in rural New Jersey. Investments. When he was still a law student, Cramer started making stock market investments. He invested money on behalf of others and was effective in assisting them in doing so. He had a distinguished career as an investment dealer before joining Goldman Sachs as a stockbroker in 1984. He achieved such success that he was in a position to launch his own hedge fund and draw investors. In the business, he became a multi-millionaire, but this was only the beginning for a very long and fruitful career. The Street Incorporated was founded by Cramer, who also served as the company's chairman of the board from 2010 till the present. Although he no longer manages hedge funds, he made millions of dollars while he was in the industry. He is now most known for his work as an entrepreneur and media personality. He has published numerous pieces, covered a number of significant national stories as a reporter, and established himself as a best-selling book. His net worth increased as a result of the television show's syndication since he was paid handsomely for his work as a news and media celebrity. In addition, he has made guest appearances as himself on The Celebrity Apprentice, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, Late Show with David Letterman, Late Night with Conan O'Brien, and a few episodes of the television series Arrested Development. In 2008, he also made an appearance in the film Iron Man.
Stark Industries. I've got one recommendation. Abandon ship!
He was an astute stock investor who started out on the stock market before expanding his interest and profession. He acquired his $1 million wealth through a number of prudent investments and professional pursuits. How Jim Cramer transitioned from crime reporter to financial expert. Cramer was able to use his abilities to get to a fantastic location, which makes him very happy. He recalls hearing other children discussing something they had as children and that he did not: money. I used to hear about people getting allowances all the time, and I used to wonder why I didn't get one too. According to Cramer in this week's edition of People, my dad questioned, "For what?" I thought, "I see what you mean. I leave for work." Cramer's journey to his financial empire and TV career as a host of CNBC's Mad Money was paid by his self-reliance and ambition, as well as a killer ability for selling ice cream and soda at Philadelphia's Veterans Stadium. After graduating from Harvard on a scholarship, Cramer claims that 57 newspapers turned him down before he finally secured a job as a crime reporter at the Los Angeles Herald-Examiner. Later, Cramer returned to Harvard to pursue a law degree, where he converted his lifelong passion for the stock market into a side hustle by leaving stock suggestions on my answering machine every Sunday night. A career in money management followed, leading to Goldman Sachs and ultimately CNBC. Cramer attributes his success to his desire, tenacity, and serendipity. Cramer claims, "I was able to leverage my abilities to be able to get to a really fantastic point that I'm delighted about. But I believe that luck is underappreciated, and I was incredibly fortunate to be at the right place at the right time numerous times throughout my career." He claims, "I've had tons of ups and downs, and you gotta get up and put your pants on every morning." Jim Cramer recalls how he became a millionaire and the reason his mother found it embarrassing. At the age of 28, Mad Money host Jim Cramer became a millionaire. According to him, he was thrilled, but not as thrilled as you'd assume. This is so because, according to Cramer, having a large income is not what matters most in life. Cramer didn't always think that, though. In 1984, when he was working in sales at Goldman Sachs, his objective was to get wealthy and succeed at the top of capitalism. "I earned $300,000 on my second payday. Then in the following one, I earned $750,000, claims Cramer. "I found it hard to believe, but I was very appreciative. Goldman took care of it for me." Cramer visited his parents to tell them the good news after being proud to have made $1 million. But he didn't get the response he was hoping for, especially from his mother, an artist who was at the time battling illness. Cramer adds, "I thought she'd be so proud of me. 'Mom, I'm a billionaire,' I exclaimed." And because the clock was ticking, she was in a time of her life where she was, let's just say, not subtle. "You, my son, are embarrassing me and yourself," she replied. "Was it always about the money? Is this what it is?" Cramer replied, "No, Mom, I'm simply proud." Why? If you created something excellent, be happy. If you are an artist, be proud. Cramer's mother reportedly told him, "Don't take pride in your financial success." Furthermore, Cramer recalled his father's reasoning. "Well, you know, Jimmy never had any money. We never had any money. This is terrific. If this is what it's about when I leave this earth, I was a failure," his mother retorted. Cramer adds, "And I never forgot it." When you've actually got some money, stop and become a writer, my mother advised. Cramer did eventually start writing. He has written and contributed to a dozen investment books, and he currently publishes daily stock updates for the CNBC Investing Club. And he co-founded the financial news website The Street in 1996, before finally taking over as the host of Mad Money, which debuted in 2005. The purpose of the program is to give information and the skills that will empower you to be a better investor, according to its mission statement. For 20 years, I've been writing 3,000 words per day. I'd like to think that my writing is something of which she should be proud. My father was happy and I have profited in the market, says Cramer. Money, however, is not everything. That's it for this video, Fortune Fastlaner. Remember to subscribe to our channel. And if you feel like we've delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person, as a token of your appreciation for the hard work we put into making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you'll start to see results. See you on the next one.